A few months back, on the 29th of March, Rockstar pushed a new monetization system to GTA Online. This was GTA Plus. And ever since this new system was implemented into GTA, fans have been wondering whether or not a very similar thing is going to be happening with Red Dead Online, with a RDO Plus. And this is exactly what we're going to be talking about within this video. Before we do get into the video though, I want to let you know about a project that I've been working on. It's no secret that I've created a lot of gaming channels, and because I've created so many, I know how to get them partnered in about 1 to 2 months without needing to promote them on other social media accounts. And I always get asked, how do I do it? That's why I've created an in-depth class on Skillshare. It goes through the basics of creating a new YouTube channel, but it quickly scales up into doing keyword research, planning videos, recording, editing, creating thumbnails, and eventually getting monetized, where you can actually start running your YouTube channel like a business by outsourcing the work. If you're interested in having your own gaming channel, then there is a link in the description down below, as well as you can find it as the pinned comment, and that will give you a free month of Skillshare where you can use that time to watch through my class, and at the end of it, you will understand everything that you need to know. So link to everything can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, today we are talking about the idea of Red Dead Online Plus being a thing within the future. There's no evidence as things currently stand that this is being worked on, but it is a fun topic to talk about, as there is a split down the middle of the community, with some saying that they would like to see this as it could be a chance for Rockstar to bring in new types of content, whereas others are saying that it is a terrible idea. So, just in case you didn't know, GTA Plus is a new subscription model. On the announcement, Rockstar said this: being a GTA Plus member gets you reoccurring monthly GTA $500,000 direct deposit to your Maze bank account, plus the opportunity to claim properties in and around Los Santos that unlocks gameplay updates that you may have missed out on, special vehicle upgrades, member-only discounts, GTA money and RP bonuses, and more each month. The price of this is $5.99 every single month, and with this, you will be able to get a variety of other unlocks depending what type of content is being pushed at the time. So the question is there actually a chance we can see a Red Dead Online subscription system, and if so, how would it play out? Now, the likelihood of Rockstar finding a new way to monetize Red Dead Online is extremely high. This is Rockstar that we are talking about, and they're going to find every possible way in which they can milk their games, whether it be current games or games that were released 10-15 years ago. Personally, I think that there is a high chance that at some point within the future, Rockstar will implement a subscription model. I honestly don't think it will be this year or even next year, way too soon, and if it was being pushed, they're definitely going to hear quite a bit of criticism, especially considering we've had 1 year with no content provided to the game, and the very next update that they do push would include a completely new way to monetize the game. Definitely not going to go down well. And I know Rockstar in the past have done some pretty shady things when it comes to pushing content as well as nerfing content when it comes to Red Dead Online, especially when you look back in 2020 when the game was broken for the first half of the year, and once they did bring out new content, they implemented a nerf for the collector, and they also nerfed the daily challenges later on in the year, with both the updates released that year being the Naturalist and Bounty Hunter expansion, of course not living up to player expectations. But I'm hoping Rockstar will not go lower than that by not providing content for a full year, only for the very next update to be implemented with a new monetization system, trying to take as much money from the community as a last-ditch effort. So I do believe that at some point within the future there will be a subscription model, but I think as things currently stand, the game's just not in a good position as of right now for it to be successful. For example, if we do look at what they're providing with the GTA Plus for GTA, you're able to get monthly money, the ability to claim properties, unlock gameplay updates you may have missed out on, special vehicle upgrades, member-only discounts, GTA money, and RP bonuses, with there also being a few other benefits each month depending on the updates that are currently being pushed to the game. If a very similar thing was added to Red Dead, well, Red Dead just can't keep up. They could add money, but there's nothing worth buying, so that makes that pointless. They can't claim properties because there is only one within the game, being the Moonshine Shack. They could give access to old content from the previous Outlaw passes and Quick Draw clubs, but there's two problems with this. Firstly, it's not worth paying $5.99 per month. And also, if it was put on a subscription model, it's really not going to take too long for them to go through all the content that is included as part of the Outlaw passes and also the Quick Draw clubs. The vehicle upgrades that GTA gets won't really cross over to horses and wagons within Red Dead, simply because there isn't enough there. It's not difficult to get the best horse in the game, and most rock the hooded stirrups and the Nacogdoches saddle, which is already the best. There's actually nothing else that comes near. And there are only two wagons within the game, being the Bounty Hunter wagon and also the Trader wagon, neither of which have upgrades to improve them, and the Bounty Hunter is the only one within the game with some customization, but this is customization of liveries, and yet again, no one really cares about that. Member only discounts can be done, but it can only be done with limited items, and the weekly updates already go through a list of loads of different discounts, so it won't take long for you to have the exact same items which are discounted from a couple weeks ago, which were there for those either being members or those that were actually just getting it through the weekly update. And finally, with money and XP bonuses, they can keep on pushing this, but that is also what they're relying on right now to keep people engaged for the monthly updates. So for Red Dead Online Plus to fit in a very similar model to GTA Plus, it just can't happen. There's simply not enough within the game. The only way that would be worth it is if it was about 50p, and even then, for a large portion of the community, they're not really looking to get into it. So what needs to happen for Red Dead Online Plus to be a thing really comes down to building the game out more with more content, having extra money and gold so that you can actually buy into things and spend it on content within game. There really needs to be more content such as properties, wagons, more horses, more options with saddles, different types of stirrups, pretty much anything that the player can buy into and use endlessly, with there being other variations of the exact same things, so there's more of a decision whether or not you're going for something that is feature better or whether or not you're going for something just because it's a different style. It's annoying because there is already so many wagons available in game and you can use all of them. It also would be great if Rockstar added a system similar to GTA where you would be able to upgrade those wagons. It's a highly requested feature that players have been wanting ever since day one, and by providing that, of course, it's quite a bit of work to break down each wagon so that you can customize different components. But once that is done, and we know Rockstar is capable of doing this, they could provide different types of assets that you can buy into. This would definitely help with the endless money and gold situation that a lot of players have. But if they weren't going to go that far, it really wouldn't be too difficult for them to add the different types of wagons which are currently already available within the game for you to be able to buy them from the stable as a player. The only way that you can get them is by stealing them, and they do already have the functionality. All we really need is the ability to select which one we want, being able to buy them, and for that to immediately go into the save game and actually connect to your character. Side note, it would also be nice if they weren't locked behind roles similar to the Bounty Wagon and also the Trader Wagon. Properties is also another part which players have been begging for the last 4 years. And even if they did just add properties to the game with some content locked behind it and then put properties as part of a Red Dead Online Plus membership, there would still be more people that buy into that membership just so they can get a discount on a property and then buy the property and then cancel their membership. And that gives a much higher value than what there currently is, which is nothing, because if they did copy anything similar to what GTA has, it's just not going to work out well. The final thing to say is whether or not Red Dead Online Plus would actually benefit players even if it was under the right circumstances. And to be honest, for players such as myself, where we do pretty much have everything, we have quite a bit of money and we have quite a bit of gold, there's probably no real need to it. I've got 90% of the items in the game, and for the other 10%, I don't really care about. But the thing is, a subscription model like this wouldn't be there to aim at players such as myself. It will be there to be aimed at those which are starting the game new, missed out on all the previous content, and they do have some extra money to spend and willing to spend it on Red Dead. I'm honestly not against the idea of there being a subscription model. I'm also not against game companies having microtransactions within their game. But I think at this point, if it was implemented, I would be against it because there's just no reason to add it. The only content players have missed out on is the different types of passes that have been available over the years. And even when Rockstar did try to bring back some of that content, they did put an insanely high price tag on each of those items of clothing. The items of clothing for the role outfits ended up being more expensive individually than what it was for you to buy the whole Outlaw Pass when it was active. And this is Rockstar giving back to those that missed out on the original content. It's definitely not the right time for Rockstar to add any type of subscription model if it is based off something similar to what GTA has. If it's something different where it will give new and exclusive content available every single month, then yeah, it will become more valuable to players. But then at that point, it's also a paywall, and for those that do enjoy this game but just don't have money to spend, they miss out on all of it. It's a lose-lose situation if they do implement a Red Dead Online Plus now, because the game is not in a position to offer anything. 2, 3, 4 years from now, by all means, go ahead Rockstar, you can do it. But at that point, I'm hoping that we've had quite a few regular updates, with them also being good updates. And for those new players that are joining in 4 years from now, they're able to join the game and realize all the stuff that they've missed and are willing to go into a subscription model like Red Dead Online Plus to get all the content that they've missed prior to that moment. This, of course, is just one person's opinion. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. What does Rockstar need to do before adding any type of subscription model to the game like this? And if it was implemented correctly, would you be willing to buy into it, or are you dead against it? But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.